everybody! Greg here with KillerReviews.com. It is Sunday night, and I've been trying to record videos for like hours now. My kids won't be quiet. This video, we're answering some of your questions on the channel. So, I got my notes. Viewer mail with KillerReviews.com. Can you even see that? Nope, because there's no writing on that page. That's the wrong page. Viewer mail. Booyah. Alright, viewer mail. So, I have 1,600 Twitter followers. I sent out a message saying, hey, I'm recording a video. I want you guys to ask some questions and I'll answer them on the show. And I got one response on Twitter. So I chose to wait 3 days. And a few more trickled in on Facebook and Twitter. So if you ever want to ask me a question, just hit me up on Twitter or the Killeries forums or on the Facebook page. And I'll put your name in the video and we'll answer it. The first question is Shayna from New Hampshire. What movie could you watch over and over and over? Gage, can you come here, please? Alright, we're gonna put you in the video for a minute.
Why?
Okay. What movie could you watch over and over and over?
What happens?
What about SpongeBob? What about SpongeBob SquarePants? The new one was on the movie theater, no?
Yeah. First that over.
What about Frozen? No!
The SpongeBob movie is SpongeBob out of water. That's what I could watch.
Ah!
That's what I could watch over and over.
Ah!
That's what I could watch over.
Ah!
Okay?
What, SpongeBob SquarePants?
The SpongeBob movie, Sponge out of water.
What about Guardians of the Galaxies? No! I could name so many movies you watched over and over and over as a kid.
I like Frozen.
You watched Alien. What's the one with the green alien? The Bob.
Oh.
Monsters vs. Aliens. You watched that over and over and over when you were a kid. You also loved Halloween Town. Do you remember Halloween Town?
Yeah.
What's the Paranormal Activity you watch a lot?
What's that?
Paranormal Activity is the one with the ghost and the camera. That, like, the camera that looks at the... Paranormal Activity 4. The little blonde girl that has the haunted house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've watched that like 4 or 5 times.
And My Little Pony a lot.
My Little Pony. You guys love My Little Pony. Bryn can watch Frozen over and over and over, right?
4 times.
4 times.
Yeah.
Movies for me, you know, some of my all-time favorite movies.
And my Little Pony. Wait.
Yeah, you guys watch an insane amount of My Little Pony. Movies for me, Groundhog Day. Is that
My Little Pony?
Groundhog Day?
Okay.
Forget about it. I could watch Groundhog Day forever. Jerry Maguire. Beautiful Girls. I could watch until the end of time. Superbad. 40-Year-Old Virgin. I could watch over and over and over. Step Brothers. I've watched over and over and over. But honestly, like, if a movie comes on, TV, I'm gonna grab the DVD, honestly. But I mean, I guess that's kind of it. Like, Nightmare on Elm Street, I tend to watch Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, I'll watch those anywhere, anytime. If we're hanging out and you want to put one in, I'm good to go. Friday the 13th. But I think for the most part, like Groundhog Day, Jerry Maguire, Dances with Wolves, I tend to watch a lot, but I never finish it. You know what I mean? Like Dances with Wolves is just kind of like I've seen some of it like 100 times, but I've only watched the whole movie maybe 2 or 3 times. Lethal Weapons, I watch those every year or two, whatever. Yeah, I would say that. I would say, but Superbad, man, I've seen so many times. Superbad. It just cracks me up.
Ooh, that's working.
I don't know, like it.
Did you watch it?
One of the more recent comedies that has become one of my all-time favorite movies is The Change Up. The Change Up with Ryan Reynolds and Patrick Bateman. Yeah, that's right. The Change Up with Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds. That's a movie I've watched 2 or 3 times in one day. If we're hanging out and we want to watch a movie, that's my go-to movie. If I'm with like somebody new and they want to watch a movie, the Change Up. Boom, throw it in, good to go. Sex Drive's a good one too. I watched that a lot. That was a really good movie. Thanks for the question, Shayna. Also from New Hampshire, my friend Melissa. She had a really good question. Yeah, by the way, I needed like one more question. So I was like, hey Melissa, like I need a question for the show. So Melissa, she says, what is the next big thing? Is it, she says, Twilight, vampires are done, zombies are getting old, and now we're seeing lots of medieval shows. Game of Thrones, Vikings, now it's a lot about medieval stuff. She says, what's the next big thing, Greg? I'm curious. I still think that is a really, really good question. And I thought about it for a while, like 20 minutes, and I don't think I have a sure answer of that. It's really funny, like, a while ago, like 10 years ago, when Pirates of the Caribbean came out, like, everybody had, like, pirate fever. Remember that? Everybody had pirate fever when Pirates of the Caribbean came out. So you're right. I mean, like things tend to, like right now in video games, the real big trend right now is survival games. There are so many survival zombie games right now on Steam, which is the video game platform I play on. Okay, so let's see. I think fantasy. I don't have it, Melissa. I don't have an answer for you, but I have some insight. Fantasy is quite big right now. You have Once Upon a Time has been pretty big for about 3 years now. Grimm came out on TV. That's pretty big. Maleficent. Did I say it? Well, I'm not sure. The Sleeping Beauty movie. Oh, what's that chick's name? Maleficent? I didn't prep that at all. I don't know. I think that's how you say it. Maleficent or Maleficent? That movie made tons and tons of money in the theater. So, and then now we have Cinderella coming out, a live-action Cinderella version, a much darker Cinderella version. That's coming out. So, like, it's kind of been a trend. It's kind of been a trend recently, like the past couple years or so. This like fantasy. It's not medieval times. It's not horror. It's literally straight up like princesses, magic. Can you not cry? I'm on my last video. Can you please not cry? I didn't kick you. I blocked you.
Why?
Because you were going to come in the video again. I just blocked you. I put my foot up to stop you from coming into the video.
Yes, she wants to try to get in the video. She's trying to get this pencil so she can draw on paper. But I don't want her to draw on the wall.
Thank you. Thank you. My audience loves when I have to do these types of outtakes. Okay, so we're talking about fantasy. I think that the fantasy trend is just getting going. I'm trying to think of that girl's name in Maleficent, and I totally can't think of it. She was in Monster. Charlize Theron. That movie made a crap load of money. There's a sequel coming out to that. There's a live action Sleeping Beauty coming out. Once Upon a Time, Grimm doing well. I think we're seeing the fantasy trend, which Harry Potter, I think, was definitely the far on the early aspect of it all. But I think that's gonna get bigger. Like you have the superhero movies that did like big business, which has been years now. Spider-Man, Sam Raimi, Batman trilogy, Avengers. I mean, like this goes on and on and on and on. Superhero movies have been like the rage for like 10 years. Now we're seeing that trickle into television, right? I mean, Smallville was huge for like 10 years. Well, not really huge for 10 years. Smallville was huge for maybe 5 years, then kind of trickled off into 10 years. But like now we're starting to see like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on TV, Gotham on TV. So now we're getting a lot of the superhero stuff on TV. But I don't think we're going to see a lot of the superhero stuff on television. That's just my opinion. I think the fantasy is gonna get a lot stronger. I think we're going to see a lot more fantasy stuff. I don't think Game of Thrones medieval era is going to really go nuts on mainstream television. But I think we're going to see more shows of like maybe kids, like maybe like teenagers having magical powers, like a WB. You know, like some basic family living in the suburbs of New York, and the daughter like wakes up with like the ability to cast spells. You know, and like, I just think we're gonna see more of that. I think we're gonna even in the theater see maybe a little bit more magic movies than we're gonna see superhero movies. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't know. Like the magic seems to be doing great in theaters, and we really haven't had a whole magic era, right? So, you know, I looked up online, and Brand, can you please let me do my video? Please, 5 more minutes, please. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I've been with them all day. Like, I just want to record some videos. I went online. I looked up, you know, upcoming genres. I found a really cool forum that talked about some ideas for upcoming genres. People mentioned monsters would be really big because there was a Godzilla movie that came out last summer. I didn't like it at all. But the whole like big monster versus big monster craze, I don't think we'll see that. Robots. People thought robots would be really big, but you know, it's like in the movie theater. Just instantly, there's this movie that came out called Chappie, and it's about a robot that like learns how to, you know, it's basically like a defense robot that has a brain and goes like rogue, and it's like a living thing. Hello, we saw this in 1985 with Short Circuit. It completely bombed. On the Killer Reviews forums, we talked about Chappie and robot movies, and I don't think people care about like robots like that. That go, you know, like robots with a brain. I don't see that becoming a genre on TV. But there's one genre that I think does have potential, and that's the apocalypse. And a few people mentioned in that forum post about the apocalypse, and there is a show coming out with one of the Will Forte, maybe, I don't know if that's the guy from MacGruber. Will Forte, I think is his name. I always get him mixed up with the guy who's in business with Jason Bateman, the marketing company they have together. I always get mixed up with two of these comedians, but there's a show coming out, unless it's already out, about the apocalypse, and he's like the last guy on Earth. I do feel like that is a genre that 5 years from now could be very popular. We have the Mad Max movie coming out this year with Charlize Theron and the guy who played Bane. Oh my god. Why do I put myself on the spot all the time? I know who played Bane. Tom Hardy. Thank you. Thank you, the person who's on my shoulder that did not make me look like a complete asshole. Mad Max is coming out. If that does really, really, really good business, there's that. Fallout 4 is coming out for video games. Coming out. That's post-apocalyptic. That could be the perfect storm with Mark Wahlberg to kind of, like, let's say this new show comes out with the Forte guy. That might not be his name, actually. If that comes out, that does well, which it probably won't. I'm guessing that'll flop. Let's say that comes out, Mad Max comes out, Fallout 4 comes out. I don't know. It would take one really, really good show on television, like The Walking Dead. It would. Well, I don't watch the show, but it would take one show on television in that genre to go crazy, do really well viewer-wise, and then if video games goes that way, which a lot of video games actually are now, and you see Mad Max, Fury Road do really well, that would be the next genre. Like, if all these mediums make that much money, you'll see that as the next genre. But I think maybe that and teenage magic, witches, you know. Who would have thought Melissa's question would last me 20 minutes? Well, it's like 10 minutes yelling at the kids in 10 minutes. Another question. Thank you, Melissa. That was an all-star question. Chop Top on the KR forums wants to know, when did you know you liked men? Whammy. Ha 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 ha. I've known since I saw Brad Pitt in Thelma and Louise. That scene with when he took off his shirt. That young little stallion. I knew right then I had to have him. Yeah. Thanks, Chop Top, for the question. Adam wants to know boxers or briefs. Adam from Australia. Adam Lofthouse from Australia wants to know boxers or briefs. Boxers. If you know me at all, you know I work from home and I hang out in boxers almost every day. Every day for me is the same. My life is the same every day. I wake up, I make coffee, I hang out in boxers, take care of my kids, work, straight, make videos, cook, clean, go to bed. Let's see. Mistress from Australia. 2 Australia questions. Katie from Australia. What's your favorite TV show of all time? And what are you currently watching? Well, I'm almost 20 minutes in, so let's make this quick. My daughter is flashing me her boobs. Sweet. Katie, my favorite show of all time is 6 Feet Under on HBO. It's got an exceptional cast. Michael C. Hall is one of the main leads who went on to do Dexter. He is Dexter. It's about a family that loses their father, who was running a funeral home. And the show is about one of the brothers, there's 2 brothers and a sister, coming back for the funeral. And it's about a family and how they deal with the father's death and taking over the business. And it's about life. Like the brothers getting along, and one of the brothers is gay, and Another brother is just trying to find his way in life. Okay, peace. Peace, sister. Okay. So, 6 Feet Under on HBO, available everywhere. That's my all-time favorite show. Even way beyond Breaking Bad. It's not even a question. What I'm watching... Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, God, this video is so bad. I'm sorry. What I'm watching The Returned, Better Call Saul, The Slap, The Voice, and Shark Tank. That's kind of it. With some YouTube videos mixed in there. I subscribe to some YouTubers. John's Arcade on YouTube is a must-watch for me every week. Lobos Jr., Fail TV, like the Fail compilations, Fail Army, I think it's called, on YouTube. Yeah, John's Arcade is my YouTube channel religiously every week. But I don't really watch a lot of TV. Oh, I'm trying to watch Bates Motel, actually. Bates Motel Season 2. Because my brother loves Bates Motel. And he's trying to get me to watch Season 2, so I started watching Season 2. But I don't watch a lot of shows. I'm very, very picky. So I got my serious stuff, Better Call Saul. Well, it's a comedy, but it's a real show. Better Call Saul, The Slap, The Returned. I watch week to week. Then, for the no-brainer chill out, I watch The Voice and Shark Tank. Eric Solis from Facebook. I'm not sure where you live, buddy. He says, if you could develop a video game, what genre and style would it be, and what system would it be on? If I were to develop a game, I have the game in my mind. I thought about it years ago. It's called 13 Acres of Hell. And the idea is it takes place on a farm. It's like Resident Evil 4, basically. Like that type of gameplay mechanics. Third person, adventure. And it's a horror game. It would be literally like as gross as a Saw movie. It's about a guy trying to figure out who killed his parents. So it would be an action adventure game, or just kind of action. It's like Saw, basically, like as far as like the violence factor. And this guy has to work his way through like all the acres, 13 acres of this farm to figure out who killed his parents. And it would be for the if I could pick any platform in the world, it would be for PS4 and PC. So, but a game like that would cost at least like $20-30 million. And it's not even a thought that I'm actually making it. But I thought of the story years ago. It's a game I would love to play. I have all the bosses, so I have like some of the bosses figured out what they would be like and stuff, some of the experiences. But realistically, if I made a game, if I were to make a game, it would be on Steam, on PC, and it would be like a very, very independent, small game. Like it would be a very, very low budget, small game. Maybe that same type of idea, but like a point and click adventure type game, so it'd be a lot cheaper. But I had no thoughts of making a game. But that's it, bud. Alright, those were our questions. Thanks, guys. Thanks to Shayna, Chop Top Adam, Katie, Eric, and Melissa. Thanks, guys. Very, very, very long video.
Bye.
Holy moly. Alright, I'm done with videos for the day. Check out killerreviews.com.
Let's say bye.
Okay. Check out, this is going to be my, what's that word? My predecessor? Ugh. This is my predecessor right here.
Bye. Bye.
You gonna take over my videos for me
Yeah.
someday?
Yeah.
Yeah? You gonna watch horror movies and play video games?
Mom.
Gage goes, mine. Okay, bye guys. That was a more casual video, whatever. But, alright, 25 minutes. Viewer mail. If you want to send in questions, I'd love to answer them on the podcast and also on, don't do that. On the podcast and also on here. You can email me if you want at info@killerreviews.com, or hit me up on Facebook and Twitter, and I'd love to answer your questions. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Check out KillerReviews.com and the Killer Reviews podcast. Bye! Bye!